When I first stumbled upon the tiny listing online, it almost looked like a scam. Cabin for sale, 50 cents, as is. I laughed, thinking someone was joking, but curiosity got the better of me. The cabin sat deep in the mountains of Colorado, abandoned for decades. The photos showed cracked wood, moss-covered steps, and a sagging roof. Still, I couldn't resist. For 50 cents, I could at least say I owned a cabin, even if it fell apart the next day. I bought it instantly, paid a small legal transfer fee, and forgot about it for a while. Months later, while hiking near the area, I decided to visit my so-called investment. To my surprise, the road to the cabin was freshly paved, and new construction surrounded the valley. When I arrived, I realized something shocking. A luxury ski resort was being developed right around my tiny cabin. The developers had bought thousands of acres of land, but somehow my half-dollar cabin lot had slipped through the cracks. Overnight, the area's value skyrocketed. Realtors told me that because of the resort expansion, my small parcel was now worth at least $10 million. I could hardly believe it. Word spread quickly. Offers started pouring in from investors wanting to buy the land. I even got a call from a major developer offering $9.5 million in cash. It seemed unreal. My 50-cent impulse buy had turned into a fortune. I hired a lawyer, began preparing paperwork, and planned to sell. That's when everything took a dark tone. A few weeks later, I received a letter from the local homeowners association, HOA. They claimed my cabin and the land around it technically fell under their community management zone. According to them, since I hadn't paid annual dues or maintained the property to community standards, the land ownership had defaulted to the HOA. They were, in short, claiming ownership of my $10 million property. I was furious. My lawyer immediately challenged their claim, pointing out that my deed was valid and predated the HOA formation. What followed was a grueling legal battle, months of paperwork, court hearings, and public tension. The HOA even fenced off the property to block access. Local news stations picked up the story, dubbing it the 50-cent millionaire. Finally, after nearly a year, the court ruled in my favor. The HOA had no legal right to seize my land. I sold it a month later for $10.2 million. That cabin, once falling apart and forgotten, became the most valuable 50-cent purchase in history. And yes, I kept one thing from it, the rusty old key that started it all.